welcome. Before you hear my voice, I want you to pause for a moment. Not just your body, but your mind. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and ask yourself one question. Am I truly alive or just breathing and existing? Because the truth is most people are not living. They are simply repeating, waking up, checking the same phone, thinking the same thoughts, doing the same things, going to sleep, and then doing it all over again like a machine stuck in a loop. But you are not a machine. You are not born to repeat. You are born to rise, to feel, to grow, to chase something that makes you feel alive from the inside. Let me ask you something raw. When was the last time you felt like your life was truly yours? Like your heart beat faster because you were doing something real, something that mattered, something that made you feel like this is it? This is what I was meant for? Can you even remember it? Or has life numbed you so much that you've forgotten how it feels to burn with purpose? That fire inside you, it's still there. It's not dead. It's just quiet because you've been feeding it silence, feeding it fear, feeding it distraction. You want more. Everyone does. More money, more freedom, more respect, more confidence, more success. But nothing comes to the person who keeps doing nothing. Nothing changes until you do. You can't build a strong life with weak habits. You can't move forward with a mindset that keeps pulling you back. This moment right now, this breath, this is your life. Not next week, not after exams, not after a new year starts. Right now. And you are either using this moment or you are losing it. Let me tell you something you might not want to hear. You don't get another life. You don't get a warning before your time runs out. One day it just ends, and all you will be left with is a quiet whisper in your head saying, I wish I had tried. I wish I had started. I wish I had lived. So I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to make you feel real, to look in the mirror and ask, am I wasting this life? Am I sleeping with my eyes open? Am I waiting for a tomorrow that never comes? Because one day becomes 1 week, then 1 month, then 1 year, and suddenly 5 years are gone, and you're still in the same place, still scrolling, still dreaming, still saying later. Let me ask you, what did you do yesterday that made you grow? What did you do the day before that moved you one step closer to the life you want? And what are you planning to do today that will make tomorrow different? If your answer is nothing, then why are you expecting something? People confuse wishing with working. They think watching others live is enough. They think planning is progress, but only action is real. Only action changes your life. Only action makes dreams come true. Someone out there is using their pain as fuel. They're actually in gate correction of further waste. Someone is building while you're sleeping. Someone is becoming while you're just watching. And the only difference between them and you is choice. Not talent, not luck, not background. Choice. You want to be confident, then speak. You want to be strong, then act. You want to be different, then do what different people do. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to make you get up. It has to come from within. That fire, that hunger, that decision that says, I will not live like this anymore. You're not tired. You're uninspired. Because when your life lacks meaning, every step feels heavy. But when you have a reason, a goal, a mission, then energy comes from within, and suddenly everything becomes possible. Find that reason. What are you fighting for? What makes your soul rise? What dream do you keep burying under fear and delay? Because the more you wait, the more you kill that dream, slowly, quietly, permanently. So here's what I want you to do right now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Right now, put down your phone for 30 minutes. Sit in silence and ask yourself, what do I truly want from this life? Write it down, then write what you are doing daily to reach it, then write what's stopping you, and be honest, not the fake answers you tell others, the real ones. Fear, laziness, doubt. Then decide, because this life is not waiting for you, and your dream is not going to knock on your door. This is your wake-up moment. This is your second chance to choose the first day of the rest of your life. No more later, no more watching, no more sleeping. You are alive. You are capable. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning, and beginnings are never perfect. They are messy. They are confusing. They are filled with fear, but they are real, and real is what you need, because perfection is a lie that keeps you frozen, while progress is the truth that sets you free. You don't need the perfect time or perfect skills or the perfect plan. You just need the courage to start right here, right now, in the middle of your doubts, in the middle of your fears, in the middle of your ordinary life, because change does not wait for the right time. It happens when you decide you're done living the same story. Most people keep waiting for motivation, as if it's a bus that will arrive and take them to their dream life, but motivation doesn't come first, action does. And then motivation follows when you act, even when you don't. Feel ready, something shifts inside you. You prove to yourself that you are in control, that you are the driver of your life, not the passenger. So don't wait to feel inspired. Don't wait for the mood to be right. Don't wait for someone to push you, because no one is coming to push you. This world owes you nothing, but you owe yourself everything, your effort, your time, your discipline, your hunger. Because if you don't take charge of your life, someone else will. And then you will live according to their plan, not yours. And I want you to look around and ask yourself, is this the life I want to live? Is this routine leading me where I want to go? Is this version of me capable of creating the future I dream of? And if the answer is no, then don't complain, change it. Don't cry about it, rebuild it. Don't hide from it, face it. Because nothing will change until you do. And sometimes all it takes is one single day where you say, enough is enough. I will not continue like this. I will not betray myself anymore. I will not settle for a half-lived life just because it's comfortable or easy or familiar. The truth is, comfort is the biggest trap in your life. It feels good. It feels safe. But it slowly kills you from the inside. It steals your dreams without making a sound. And one day you wake up and realize years have gone by and you've done nothing real, nothing risky, nothing that made your heart race and your hands shake and your spirit rise. You've just been surviving, not living. And that is not why you were born. You were born to create, to lead, to explore, to grow, to love, and to build a life that makes you proud, not a life you regret in silence. So step out of that comfort zone. Start small if you need to, but start do one thing today that scares you, not because fear is bad, but because fear is the doorway to growth. If you're not afraid, you're not growing. If you're not challenged, you're not changing. And if you're not changing, then what are you doing really? What are you doing with your time, with your energy, with this life that you say you value, but treat like it's nothing you say you want to be? Confident, then go speak. Even if your voice shakes, you say you want to be rich. Then start learning, building, saving, investing. Even if you fail at first, you say you want to be free. Then break the chains of comfort, laziness, excuses, and victim mentality and become responsible for every part of your life. Some 7-inch feudal, because here's the thing, no one else is responsible for you. Not your parents, not your teachers, not your friends, not your boss, not the government, not the past, not the economy. Only you. You are the writer of your story, and the way you're writing it every day will decide how it ends. You can choose to write a story of fear or strength, of survival or success, of excuses or action. But the pen is in your hands and the page is blank and time is moving. And if you don't write your story, someone else will write it for you. And trust me, you will not like the ending. And yes, you'll face pain and rejection and failure and doubt, but that's a part of the process. No one becomes strong without lifting heavy. No one becomes fearless. Without facing fear, no one becomes wise. Without falling down and getting back up, the pain you are avoiding is the very pain that will shape you into the person you are meant to be. The discomfort you keep running from is actually the classroom where growth happens, where strength is built, and where greatness is born. So go there, go into that fire, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Let people doubt you, let them laugh, let them misunderstand you, let them say you've changed, because you have, and you should, and you must. You are not here to stay the same. You are here to evolve. You are here to rise. You are here to do what others say is impossible. And it begins when you stop waiting and start doing, when you stop talking and start building, when you stop wishing and start working, and when you stop playing small and finally give yourself permission to be powerful. This is not just about success. This is about self-respect. This is not about impressing the world. So this is about not disappointing yourself. This is not about getting applause. This is about being able to look in the mirror and say, I showed up, I tried, I fell, I grew, I fought, and I kept going. Even when no one believed, even when I didn't believe in myself, but I kept moving. And I kept rising because I knew deep down this life is mine. And I am not here to waste it. So decide today to stop waiting and start living, because this moment is all you have, and what you do with it will define everything that comes after. So decide today to stop waiting and start living, because this moment is all you have, and what you do with it will define everything that comes after, because every day you wake up, you are given a choice, not a guarantee. You are given hours and minutes and seconds, but no promise that you will get them again. And yet people live like they are immortal, like they have unlimited time, like tomorrow is some magical place where all their dreams will come true and everything will finally begin. But tomorrow is just a trap that kills more dreams than failure ever could, because tomorrow is comfortable, it sounds safe, it lets you avoid pain today. But in truth, tomorrow is a graveyard where your best ideas and intentions are buried quietly. The lie of I'll do it later has destroyed more potential than anything else. It makes you feel better in the moment, but it costs you everything in the long run. You keep saying you will. Start learning English. Later you will get serious. Later you will fix your routine. Later you will build your body. Later you will build your career. Later, but later never comes, because later is a lie. It is the language of laziness, of fear, of self-sabotage. And every time you believe it, you give away another piece of your life. You lose another battle with yourself. And the worst part is you don't even notice it. You think you're fine. You think you still have time, but time is not waiting for you. Time is doing its job. It's moving forward and taking your life with it. And one day you will look back and realize that you didn't lose because of a lack of talent or resources or opportunities. You lost because of hesitation, because of overthinking, because of comfort and fear and the false belief that you could always start later. But let me tell you this, the people who win in life are not the ones who are the smartest or richest or strongest. They are the ones who take action. They move fast, they try, they fail, they learn, they try again. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait for the perfect mood. They just do what needs to be done, because they understand that later becomes never. And now is all they have. Now is powerful. Now is your opportunity. Now is where your future begins. Now is where you change your story. And it doesn't take a miracle. It doesn't take luck. It just takes a decision, to stop lying to yourself, a decision to stop making excuses, a decision to take the first step, even if it's small, even if it's messy, even if you're scared, because action builds confidence, and confidence builds momentum, and momentum builds success. But nothing builds from delay. Nothing grows in the soil of later. A taint is caint and forsaking. So the next time Your mind says, I'll do it later, stop. And ask yourself, why not? Now, why not today? What exactly are you waiting for? And be honest, are you really waiting? Or are you just avoiding? Are you really planning? Or are you just hiding? Because deep down, you know what you need to do. You know what step to take. You know what habit to start. Or what addiction to quit. Or what truth to finally face. But knowing is not enough. Knowing changes nothing. Only doing does. And if you're not doing, then you're not growing. You're just pretending. You don't need more time. You need more urgency. You don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. You don't need perfect conditions. You need real commitment, because life is not a game, and this is not practice. This is it. This is the real thing. And every second you waste is a second you never get back. You don't get to rewind. You don't get to replay. This is your one shot. And if you don't take it, then someone else will live. The dream you keep thinking about someone else will build the future you keep delaying. And one day you'll be watching them and saying, that could have been me. And that is a pain worse than failure, the pain of regret, the pain of watching your dream in someone else's hands. So make the decision now, not tomorrow, not next week now. Decide that you are done with delay, done with fear, done with comfort, and ready to become the person your future needs you to be. Decide that every day from this moment, you will act, not wish, not plan, not dream, but act. You will show up, you will try, you will stumble, but you will get back up, and you will keep building no matter what, because every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. Every morning you get up and move. Instead of scrolling, every evening you learn. Instead of wasting time, every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are building a future that will make you proud. And every time you choose the easy path, the later path, the lazy path, you are moving further away from it. It's not the order of the sailing in casvariacally piet. This is your life, and you are creating it right now with every decision you make. So the question is not, will you succeed? The question is, will you show up? The question is not when the right time will come. The question is, will you create it? The question is not if you can do it. The question is, will you stop waiting and start becoming? Success is not about luck. It's about choice. And you have that choice right now. And the choice you make today will determine who you become tomorrow, because every action, every step you take is a part of the process of shaping the life you want. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect plan, because those things don't exist, and perfect moments don't come. To those who wait, they come. To those who take action, who keep going even when things aren't perfect, who start even when they don't have everything figured out, because life is messy and unpredictable. And if you wait for everything to line up before you move, you'll be waiting forever. Instead of waiting for the stars to align, start moving now and let your actions create the alignment. The truth is, your journey will never look like what you imagined it to be, but that's where the magic happens, because what you find along the way, what you learn, what you become in the process is far more valuable than the destination you thought you were chasing. You think your dream is one thing, but when you start moving towards it, you realize it's not just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the pursuit of it. It's about the lessons you learn, the strength you build, the character you develop, and the person you become by overcoming the obstacles that stand in your way. There's a power in moving forward even when you can't see the whole picture, even when the road ahead looks uncertain and filled with challenges. There's something about taking one step after another that builds momentum, and momentum is a force that can change everything. It can turn the impossible into possible. It can turn the unknown into something familiar. It can turn a dream into reality, because momentum doesn't allow you to stop once you get moving. Once you make the decision to move, no matter how small the steps, may seem you start to build the kind of energy that creates results, and results create confidence, and confidence creates more action. And so the cycle continues. But here's the thing. Momentum won't come to you if you don't take that first step, if you don't push through the resistance that tells you to stay comfortable, to stay safe, to stay stuck. It won't come if you keep putting things off and making excuses, because momentum only comes when you show up, when you take action, when you commit to your goals and your dreams without hesitation, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many setbacks you face, no matter how many times you fail, you keep showing up, because you understand that every time you do, you get one step closer to the life you're meant to live. And yes, you will fail and you will face setbacks, but that's part of the process. Failure is not the end, it's just a part of the journey. The only time you truly fail is when you stop trying. Failure is simply feedback. It tells you that you're on the right path. It shows you where you need to improve. It tells you to keep going, because success is never a straight line. It's full of twists and turns, bumps and detours. But the person who keeps going is the one who eventually reaches their destination. The person who embraces failure as a part of the process is the one who becomes unstoppable, even deceptive. So the next time you fail, don't see it as a sign that you're not good enough or that you're not cut out for success. See it as a lesson, a valuable lesson that is helping you grow and learn and become better than you were yesterday. Every failure is a stepping stone. Every mistake is a teacher, and every setback is an opportunity to come back stronger. So embrace failure and learn from it. Don't fear it, because without failure, there can be no growth. And without growth, there can be no success. It's important to remember that success doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey. It's a series of small, consistent actions taken day after day after day. And if you want to achieve greatness, you must be willing to show up every day and put in the work, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it, because the work is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It's the effort that separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the consistency that separates those who wish from those who achieve the scene. But it's not just about working hard. It's about working smart. It's about understanding that success isn't just about doing more. It's about doing the right things. It's about focusing on the activities that will move you closer to your goals, not the ones that distract you or waste your time. It's about learning to prioritize what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. It's about eliminating the noise and focusing on the actions that will have the biggest impact on your life. And that's where discipline comes in. Discipline is what allows you to stay focused on your goals, even when things get tough. Even when you don't feel like working, it's what keeps you going. When you're tired and discouraged, it's what pushes you to keep going, even when you want to quit. Discipline is the key to turning your dreams into reality, because without it, you'll never have the consistency or the focus you need to succeed. Without discipline, you'll always be chasing something that's just out of reach. But with discipline, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. So start building discipline today. Start by setting small goals and holding yourself accountable to them. Start by creating habits that support your success, and then sticking to them no matter what, because once you build the habit of discipline, you'll see that the hard work gets easier, the journey gets smoother, and the results start to come faster. And once you taste success, you won't want to stop. You'll want to keep going. You'll want to push further and further, because success breeds more success, and the more you achieve, the more you'll want to achieve. This is your time. This is your chance to change your life, but it all starts with you. It all starts with the choices you make today, the actions you take today, the habits you form today, because the person you are tomorrow will be shaped by what you do today, and the future you want will be built by the effort you put in right now. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't make excuses. Take action today and make your dreams a reality. Because this is your moment. This is your life, and it's up to you to make it everything you've ever wanted. Success is not just about the actions you take. It's about the mindset you adopt, The most successful people don't think like the average person. They don't see challenges as obstacles. They see them as opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to grow, to prove themselves, and to rise above the average. If you want to achieve more in life, you need to adopt this mindset shift. Stop thinking like a victim and start thinking like a creator. Your life is not a series of unfortunate events. It's a series of decisions. And the decisions you make today will determine the life you live tomorrow. So if you want to live a life that's extraordinary, you have to start seeing yourself as extraordinary. You have to start thinking differently, acting differently, and seeing the world differently. The most powerful people on this planet are not those with the biggest bank accounts or the most resources. They are the ones who believe in themselves, even when the world doubts them. They are the ones who keep pushing forward when everyone else has given up. They are the ones who refuse to let circumstances dictate their future because they know that they are in control of their destiny. They understand that their thoughts, actions, and beliefs create their reality. If you want to live a life full of success, you need to believe that you are worthy of success. You need to believe that you are capable of achieving your dreams and that no challenge is too big for you to overcome. Belief in yourself is the foundation of all success. If you don't believe that you can achieve something, you won't even try. But if you truly believe that something is possible, you will find the courage to take that first step, and that's when the magic happens. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having all the answers. It's about having faith in yourself and taking action despite the fear, despite the uncertainty, and despite the doubts that may creep into your mind. Belief in yourself is what fuels the fire that keeps you going when things get tough. When you have a strong belief in yourself, nothing can stop you. The world will throw its challenges at you, but your belief will keep you grounded and moving forward. But belief alone is not enough. You need to take consistent action toward your goals. Success doesn't come from wishing or hoping. It comes from doing the work day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't see immediate results, and even when you feel like giving up. You need to stay consistent and disciplined. This is where most people give up too soon. They expect results to come quickly, and when they don't, they lose faith and stop trying. But the truth is, success is built on consistency. It's built on showing up every day. No matter how small the progress might seem, every small action you take brings you one step closer to your goal. Even if you're not seeing the results right away, trust that your efforts are adding up and that you are moving closer to your dreams. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates results. If you want to achieve something, you need to start now, not tomorrow. Don't let the fear of imperfection or the desire for everything to be just right hold you back. Just start. The first step is always the hardest, but once you start, everything becomes easier. You'll gain clarity along the way, and you'll start to see the progress you've made. And the more you take action, the more momentum you'll build, and before you know it, you'll be achieving things you once thought were impossible. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it. Failure is not the end of the road. It's a lesson in disguise. Each time you fail, you learn something new about yourself. You learn what works and what doesn't. You learn how to improve. You learn how to get better. And each failure brings you one step closer to success. The only true failure is the failure to try. If you never take that first step, if you never give it your best shot, then you will never know what you're truly capable of. But when you take action, even if you fail, you have already won. You've already learned something valuable, and you've already taken a step toward your goal. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they are afraid of failure. They are afraid of looking stupid, of being judged, or of falling short. But the truth is, everyone who has ever achieved anything significant has failed along the way. They've been rejected, They've made mistakes, and they've stumbled. The difference between them and the ones who never succeed is that they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as fuel. They used it to grow. They used it to keep going, even when things were tough. You will fail. You will make mistakes, but don't be afraid of it. Embrace it, learn from it, and move forward. The more you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, the more you grow. Growth happens when you are willing to face your fears, to do things that make you uncomfortable, and to stretch beyond your limits. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you're always staying within the boundaries of what's easy and familiar, you will never grow. You will never reach your full potential. But when you challenge yourself, when you step outside of your comfort zone, that's when the real growth happens. It's easy to stay where you are. It's easy to stick with the things that are comfortable. But if you want to live an extraordinary life, you need to push past that comfort zone. You need to be willing to try new things, to face the unknown, and to risk failure. The most successful people in the world are the ones who have faced their fears head-on and have continued to grow and evolve as a result. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, stop waiting for the right conditions, and start moving forward. Your comfort zone is a trap, and you need to escape it if you want to achieve the life you dream of. So take action now. Step outside your comfort zone. Fail, learn, grow, and keep moving forward, because this is your life, and it's up to you to make it everything you've ever wanted. Now, let's talk about focus. Focus is one of the most powerful tools you can possess on your journey towards success. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. We live in a time where our attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 different directions. There are notifications, social media, news, and endless things demanding our focus. But here's the truth. If you allow distractions to control your attention, you'll never achieve anything meaningful. Success requires focus. It requires the ability to tune out the noise and zero in on what truly matters. If you want to make progress, you need to learn how to focus on one thing at a time and dedicate yourself fully to it. The problem is that many people try to do everything at once. They spread themselves thin, jumping from one task to another, and end up accomplishing very little. Multitasking is often seen as a skill, but in reality, it's a trap. It's a way of tricking yourself into thinking you're being productive when you're actually just wasting time. True productivity comes from the ability to focus deeply on a single task and to give it your full attention until it's done. This is what separates those who are successful from those who aren't. The successful know that their time is precious, and they use it wisely. They don't waste time bouncing between tasks. They focus, they prioritize, and they commit. They understand that in order to achieve anything worthwhile, they need to direct their energy and efforts toward one thing at a time.